A couple of similarities jump off the page in this week's Mountaineer Jayhawk battle, even if relative conference positioning isn't one of them. Both teams have transfer quarterbacks that have started off the season with a bang. Both teams have players on the injury recovery road that could see their first action this week and which could have an impact on their team's performances. Both have anchors at linebacker who provide leadership on and off the field and are rallying points for their units. The quarterback comparison is an easy one, with the numbers similar. WVU's Will Grier is 69-105, 65.7%, for 1,027 yards and 11 touchdowns, while Kansas's Peyton Bender is 85-146, 58.2%, for 1,030 yards and 6 scores. The Jayhawks have been forced to throw a bit more while trailing in their last 2 games. Bender leads the Big 12 in passing attempts, while Grier has had the luxury of passing with 2 games well in the Mountaineers' hands. That can make a difference in performance, but it's unlikely that Grier will be faced by a relatively tame enemy crowd. WVU has safety Toya Savary, linebacker David Long and offensive lineman Grant Lingefelter are on the mend, and all could see action on Saturday. Cool welcome running back Taylor Martin back to the fold after the junior missed the last 2 games. Although Martin had just 17 yards in the season opener before departing with an injury, the Kansas coaching staff believes he can be a difference maker. Kansas might also employ sophomore quarterback Carter Stanley at times, even given Bender's productivity. Stanley, who like Martin has an undisclosed injury, could appear as a situational runner for the Jayhawks, giving them another weapon in short yardage and red zone situations. Finally, there's West Virginia's Al-Rashid Benton and Kansas's Joe Dineen, 2 linebackers around which the respective defenses revolve. You can't find a WVU article where Benton and leadership don't appear in close proximity, and Dineen, a Lawrence native, is setting school standards with his start this year. The junior, who missed 9 games last year due to injury, is averaging almost 13 stops per game this season, with 8 of those per game being of the solo variety. That mark is second nationally. Yes, that's Joe DeForest in his 2nd year of handling Kansas's special teams. And before you guffaw and declare an immediate advantage for the Mountaineers, a look at the stats might be in order. The Jayhawks are holding opponents to just 12.2 yards per kickoff return and are averaging 42.3 yards per punt. Other stats, such as punt return average allowed, 16.2 yards, aren't as good, but in all it's a mixed bag, sort of like what West Virginia has posted so far. There's always been a conflation of DeForest's special teams and defensive coordinator performance, which doesn't paint a clear picture. After just 3 games of Kansas, Bender has recorded 1,030 yards passing, making him the fastest Jayhawk to reach 1,000 career passing yards in the 127-year history of the program. The next fastest coup quarterbacks to reach 1,000 career passing yards were Jordan Webb, 2010-12, and Bill Whitmore, 2002-03, who each reached that mark in their first 6 games.